Get the upper hand on your competition with SCUF controllers. Use code OGXRAYZ to get 5% off your entire order. Yo guys, what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. Today we're going to be talking about Blackout. So we got a live stream today from Treyarch that gave us a ton of information, but then also there was a podcast today or yesterday, I believe, that was from Game Informer. They actually got to play Blackout for over 2 hours a little bit ago from the last build, and they gave a ton of information. It was a really awesome listen, actually. So for you guys who are wondering what it plays like, what it's like from a first-hand account, then you guys should definitely check that out. But anyway, so someone on Reddit actually did a really good job summarizing pretty much what they said in there. So if you don't want to go through that whole video, then I'll summarize it over here, along with giving you guys a quick recap of what happened over in the live stream that Treyarch had today in the studio. Both of these articles are on Charlie Intel. So let's go ahead and jump into the information now. Alright, so the first bit was that Game Informer stated that they didn't know what the hype was like for this mode, and that their cover story didn't actually get that much like hype, which was expected apparently. So I think it was just Call of Duty fatigue. I think a lot of people are kind of wondering, well, is Blackout going to be fun? What's going on with that? I think a lot of people may be doubtful. We've seen the trailer, we've seen impressions, it's been nothing but good. So I think that now the hype is really starting to build up. I honestly can't wait to play Blackout on Monday. Now the next thing they said was that it plays more like PUBG than Fortnite, and it's like a super smooth version of PUBG, which is a stable version of PUBG. So they said that it plays like PUBG. It is incredibly smooth. So I honestly think that Blackout could dominate the console market when it comes to first-person shooter battle royale. Honestly, PUBG might be into a little bit of trouble. Even they themselves said later on towards the end of their segment here, where they were talking about their Blackout impressions, they said that they honestly think that PUBG is going to have to raise the bar or do something, because they feel like maybe Call of Duty is going to take over the mantle there of first-person shooter battle royale. So honestly, this might be a biased opinion from me, because I also think that's possible, but these other guys are not really COD fanboys, and they are saying this, so I mean, maybe it has some weight to it. And following along with that, at one point they mentioned that this is basically the better version of PUBG that console players have been asking for. Now, the next point was, as long as the beta goes live, Blackout will probably be a big success, so hopefully it is. I honestly am really looking forward to this. I think that the community is really going to like it, so we'll see what happens on Monday. The devs at Treyarch are really excited about Blackout. They played with a full team of 80 players, which included studio heads, designers, and testers, and they had endless opportunities to combine different perks, equipments, vehicles, etc. to create a tactical advantage. Some of them were doing a chopper along with a sensor dart, or a RC car with a sensor dart, which, by the way, in that video they also did mention that the RC car does not explode. It's more of a recon type device, so you can go into its perspective, look around in third person, and see where enemies are at. And they actually mentioned at one point that there was a 1v1 in the demo that they were playing, and someone pulled out their RC car, found where the other person was at, and like destroyed them. So you can do a lot of combinations. It looks like it's going to be really fun to explore and test and just try out the mode and have some fun, just mess around. They said that as the circle gets smaller, it gets more intense, so there's more hallucinations, distortions in late game. And they were even mentioning that at one point, if you were in the storm and that towards its final circle, that like it would give you fake information on what was going on the other side of that wall. So I think that's pretty cool. We'll see how that plays out, but probably gonna have a lot of people shooting at stuff that isn't there, and I think that's gonna be hilarious. They said that vehicle and equipment won't work outside of the circle. Very interesting choice. Vehicles are very easy to drive / fly, along with land sea vehicles, and all you have to do is literally use the sticks. You don't have to do L2 or R2. Literally just push forward on your stick or backwards on your stick, and it goes forward or backwards, and you look around with your analog stick. So they said that it's very intuitive and it works, and they liked it. So that's pretty cool. Good to hear. Vehicles are not difficult to destroy. They were saying that it really only takes about one shot from an RPG or a launcher to destroy them, so I think that's pretty good. There's a little risk reward there. It's not going to be some OP thing, but at the same time, if you can maneuver well, I'm sure it's going to be hard for people to lock on and kill you. Alright, so the grapple gun can only be used 5 times, and all gears have limited uses, and you can only get the grapple gun and stuff at random spots. I believe they even said that even from supply drops might be the only way to get them, but we'll see. Blackout is the most diverse battle royale experience created. Each area feels organic in the world, but unique places to visit. That's good to hear. Apparently there is a bunker below Nuketown that is partially flooded, and apparently it's a pretty big area as well. I'm honestly very excited to get under there. For you guys that follow zombies in the storyline and the lore and theories for that, there has always been that bunker in Nuketown Zombies, and you know, Marlton went in there, he was safe in there, and now we get to see kind of like a vision, an idea of what it was under there. So I'm really excited for that, just to see what that bunker looks like below. Alright, so Nuketown signs do show the number of players on the island, not the entire map. We've seen that before. There's a lot of things that you can interact with, like there's a basketball court in the States, and they were mentioning billiards is going to be something you can do. So there's going to be a ton of stuff that you can interact with. I think that's pretty cool, pretty fun. The map doesn't feel small at all. It feels perfectly sized for this game. It's also good to hear. It takes about 5 minutes sprinting from estate to factory, so non-stop sprinting to get from one side of the map to the other. Some people said it was small. I honestly think some maps are too big. And with the vehicles, who knows, maybe it'll feel like it's really fun to get to different areas of the map quicker. Previous iterations had craftables, where you had to find pieces to assemble items, but they scrapped that. It's no longer part of the game, and they actually sounded pretty relieved that it was no longer like that. I think it's pretty cool. One of the things that really I don't like about PUBG, and who knows, maybe this will be the same thing in Call of Duty Battle Royale's version, but I didn't like that you were just constantly looking for attachments and stuff all over the floor and crafting. I feel like it adds way too much. It should be simple and fun, so we'll see about that. But they said that before they had craftable stuff, and they did get rid of it. They said that AI zombies show a beacon of light above them. There's only about 5 to 8 total in an area, so it's not really a big threat outside of making noise to attract other zombies. There's only one sized backpack, and it's a navigating backpack they can use to get enemy stashes. It's very easy and it's very intuitive. There's also quests to unlock characters. You have to find items around the map that is tied to a certain character. So maybe for like Richtofen, it would be the DG2. Obviously, maybe it would be something like that. I don't know if that's in the game, but you get an item specific to a character, and then you have to complete a task related to that item or character, and that way is how you get higher tier skins that have more difficult quests, etc. So for Richtofen, maybe you have to get the DG2 if it's in the game. I don't know if it is. The ray gun has been confirmed, so maybe the ray gun, and you have to get the final kill in like a 1v1, or in the final kill has to be in the circle with a ray gun. So apparently there's going to be a lot of these different quests and challenges. I'm really looking forward to those, man. It's going to really add some more replayability to the game, because if you're going for a certain skin, Takeout, Dempsey, Richtofen, etc., the Shadow Man, I Am the Duck, I think it'd be hilarious if we had a lot of different funny skins as well. But apparently you can complete challenges, you don't have to buy them. I think that's pretty awesome. And the game is about finding items, not searching for items. So I also think that's a good motto. If you're just looking around and searching and don't find anything, it can get frustrating, but there we go. Alright, so that was all the information from Game Informer. Now let's go ahead and jump over to the information we got in today's live stream from Treyarch, and they mentioned a lot of stuff, so here's a quick recap. When you start up a match, you wingsuit into a pregame lobby called the Drop Zone. At the Drop Zone, it's an area for players to get familiar with all the weapons, vehicles, and items from Blackout, and once there's enough players in the lobby, the countdown timer for the match will begin. So it's not like Fortnite where it's automatic, you find something. I'm really hoping it doesn't take too long to get into matches. I think that's one of the most annoying things that was in a lot of these Battle Royale games when they first started, was they just took forever in the queue to get into them. So at least you're doing something in the game as you're waiting for more people to jump in. Now, once the game starts, a squad of helicopters will be transportation method, and that's where essentially you get to deploy. You get to pick at any point when you jump out. You'll then use your glide suit or wingsuit to glide in a direction that you want to go to, and then once you get low to the ground enough, your parachute will come out. Now, your wingsuit will actually stay on your character the entire match, and you can use it to base jump at any time by sprinting and then pressing and holding the jump button. So I'm excited to see that. We saw that in the trailer, so confirmed you will have that wingsuit on you at all times. So the next one says you have a total of 5 inventory slots. These items can be equipped without affecting the 5 slots. You can have 2 weapons, 1 health item, 1 armor item, 1 backpack, an equipment item, and then 200 of each type of ammo. You cannot have additional weapons or health in your inventory, just armor and equipment. Backpack is one of the storage items that expands your inventory from 5 to 10 slots. There is more storage items coming to Blackout post-launch. There's 2 menus to manage for inventory. Your inventory menu, which allows you to manage everything you have. You can consume perks, drop items for teammates, equip attachments, and more. And then you also have your quick inventory item, which will appear the first time you have something that you can interact with in your inventory. So essentially, if you pick up one thing, you can just pick it up and use it from your inventory. If you have 2 things, you can swap out of them pretty quickly. Now, items in the world can be equipped immediately without having to access the inventory, which is pretty awesome. Attachments can be found across the map. Attachments will work on certain guns only, and some attachments cannot be equipped on certain weapons. So this one, Again, I didn't really like that in PUBG. I felt like it overcomplicated and like messed up the loot pool. But who knows, maybe, you know, with Call of Duty I'm more familiar with that kind of stuff and it won't be that annoying, so we'll definitely see about that. Let me know how you guys feel about that as well. Alright, so the next thing says that each type of weapon in Blackout has its own ammo type. The inventory menu will tell you which and how much you have of each. There are 3 levels of armor in Blackout. You can only carry 1 armor piece at a time. Level 3, the highest one, which also protects you from headshot damage. Specialist-based equipment are also on the map, but harder to find. Any player can use specialist equipment, so it doesn't matter if you're using the grapple with, like, Seraph or whatever. It doesn't matter. Anyone can use any specialist ability. The map features supply stashes at random locations where supply drops are brought in from cargo planes. So they're called supply stashes, I assume. We'll see about that. They said that the map is now actually 2,500 times bigger than Nuketown, and they said that there is also a classic World at War weapon in Blackout. I think they were insinuating that it's the MP40. There is one Black Ops 3 map located near Rivertown that fans have not identified just yet, so we'll see about that one. We're definitely going to have to take a look at the map. They said the Stronghold map name mentioned during the stream. Vaughn stated that they're going to try different player counts in the beta, like 3 players of teams or even teams of 5. So I'm really excited for that. It looks like they're going to be not just doing solo, duo, and squads or quads, but we might be seeing also, they said triplets at one point. And then if it's 5 players, maybe it'll be like, I don't know, like squad. Maybe that'll actually be called squads or pentuple. Who knows? And the final thing they mentioned was that vehicles have unlimited fuel and each vehicle has different health values. Some vehicles are going to have less health, other ones are going to have more. So there we go. That is all the information we got, guys, here from the live streams, and then also from Game Informer. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below, but I wanted to give you guys a summary and opinion on each one of these, so hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, do drop a like and a favorite, guys. It's super appreciated and incredibly helpful. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more content like this, I'm going to have a ton more Call of Duty and Fortnite news info, rumors, leaks, and more coming, so make sure you guys are subscribed and have those notifications on so you don't miss a single upload from me. Last but not least, guys, if you guys want to talk about anything, Twitter is the best place to do so. Go ahead and follow me over there at OGXRAYZ. I'm constantly talking, updating, talking. It's honestly the best place, so go ahead and give me a follow over there. I'll have a link down below, along with links to my second and gaming channel as well. And if you do want to support the channel directly, you can do so by checking out my channel memberships. You get access to early content, exclusive videos, and the special badge that shows up in all my live streams and in the comment sections of all my videos. So check that out only if you're willing and able to. You guys have an awesome day. Take care. I'm out. Peace.